Let's head further into Darkroot Garden, for we must make our way to New Londo. But not without a sacred item first. Bless our path and use the crest of artorias. It's extremely dark. But that's all more the beauty of this forest. Let's explore. Eerie and quiet. Huh? The tree people are here. We're defending the woods from all intruders and invaders, and we're being shot at from Ferris. We're a million miles away. We don't have time for you, Ferris. We'll get to all of you later. There's a business to take care of first. Thou shalt not stop us. Bunch of you, aren't there? The magic. We will make the shield great again. I wonder if these enemies have a magic weakness. I think it'd be the opposite, considering the place is ripe with it. The Eastern armor, coming from an Eastern land. Let's read about it. Distinctive armor made in an Eastern land. Exquisitely crafted. This armor offers excellent defense, particularly versus slash attacks, which are one of the main threats in the battles of the East. A location we'll never know about, other than possibly Sekiro. What does our characters know about the East? They don't even understand dragons and yokai and onis that strive there in all their might. Perhaps we'll take a visit there one day. See what this East is about. That's a black night in the darkness. Nice spin. The shield. Yeah. Black Knight halberd. Pretty nice. And another soul of a scorched knight. We need to go back and pray at the altar again and deliver them. Give them the peace they deserve for everything that they fought so hard for to keep the demons at bay. The place is extremely dark. Huh? I heard running somewhere. I guess it's not here. Foot of ravine. And a Hydra, which we're not going to worry about right now. That waterfall texture still looks pretty bad. But don't worry about that. Once we take this route, we'll go back around. A cat. Extremely quick. Mighty for your size. Strength and speed. Survival of the fittest. But not survival of the halberd. The other two are agitated. Use Velka's talisman to enchant our weapon, now that it can cast sorceries. Witness the magic potential of Velka, cat. So apparently they make like a Duke Nukem 3D pig cop sound effect or something. I think that's what they're called anyway. I never played the games. I just heard about it from somewhere. We did it. Ring of the Untouchable. Boost attack if HP is full. A golden ring forged in an eastern land. The peculiar green jewel, likely jade, boosts the wearer's attacks as long as they remain unharmed. Rumor has it that the proud fighters from the east wore these rings believing that they would never receive a wound, only realizing that they would die twice, and thus coming back to life multiple times, even bosses. And then they continuously died. One wound becomes 1,000. What the? Another treemen. They really don't want anyone getting through these forests, stalking us and preying upon any trespassers. To be fair, they have every right to not be happy with us. We're in sacred grounds. Can't you see that? We shouldn't be here, but we have to be. Yeah. Who is that with the Dark Moon weapon on their blade? What should prove stronger? Huh? An archer. We can't do this at the same time. Step aside. That's meant to be Ouroboros back in the day, 10 years ago. One of the strongest built in PvP. Oh, but Ferris is a coward. Afraid of the magic. Dark Moon versus the magic. Ouroboros can't stand against it. We're both enchanted knight, it seems. Only my armor offers more protection than yours. Well, let's see here. Twin humanities. The black bow of Ferris and the Ferris hat. The preferred black bow of the heroic archer Ferris. Has a longer range than standard bows, but it's more difficult to use. Without proper abilities, results will be unfortunate. Broad-brimmed hat favored by the archer hero. Ferris was an accomplished archer. Though he was human, he ranked alongside Hawkeye Gal. Have you ever seen him take out a dragon while human? One of the 4 knights of Lord Gwyn. His hat is universally popular among children. They all love the tales and the stories of the heroic Ferris. He would one day hunt the predators that invade their villages. There's that in the distance. That's Giant Dad. Oh no. You know, they say the legend never dies. Well, I'm here to bring that supposed legend to an end. Ooh. He has a 66 endurance. A Chaos Byhander. Don't do it. He gained his life back. He truly can't ever die. A battle for the legends of the ages. Don't retreat, Giant Dad. This isn't what you're known for. Kick you. Fight me. I don't want to knock her off the cliff. That would be lame. We must have a duel of honor. He's not using Black Flame, though. Meaning you're a fake. You're just someone who tries to replicate Giant Dad, but didn't want to invest into the faith to use the spell. defeated one of Giant Dead's followers. That wasn't the real one. The actual reason is because in this mod, Abyss spells also hurt you and do damage to you. And the reason why he can't cast Black Flame is because it will chip off his life. Ring of Fog. Those who befriend Alvina are given this mysterious ring. It resembles a pearl with its robust, pure white fog. The ring camouflages its wearer's presence, helping to prevent detection. So in vanilla, there's two ways to get that. One, through the Covenant, and a couple victories. 2, trade the Skull Lantern with the crows back at the nest. And that's it. The thing with that ring is it was broken overpowered back in the day. Because, like, the effect, you literally couldn't even lock on to other players or anything. So, it's just like, you ever wanted to try and fight someone without lock-on? Or rather, because you can't log on? Yikes. And it would only work if they were up close. And then they came out with a patch that just extended the heck out of it. So now you can kind of lock onto them from quite a distance. So while not as much as normal, definitely a lot further than it used to be. The ring shield. Yeah. Witness. I shall honor all of you this day. You were only doing your jobs. Who art thou?
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find her. But cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorias? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorias art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say.
We are here for a reason.
Well, indeed. Thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest graves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well.
Why not?
I am very glad. And now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant.
We can finally get out of the Faith Covenant. Protect the dead.
And here taketh this ring.
Terrific.
If thou wearest that ring, it allows for thine summoning. If mine senses reveal intruders, then I will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others who will, on their honor, work tirelessly with thee. Thou shalt receive great reward, and whatsoever ye shall pillage will be your own. A true agreement, not so? But thou must heed the golden rule. The clan is thy only friend. To thine kinsmen forever stay true. Darest not in any attempt to double cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate.
Alright. Well, about that summoning stuff, I might have already defeated all the hunters here.
Ah, thou dost cometh. How fares ye? My hopes for thee are of the highest.
Alright. Now if we walk outside, if you want to get that Darkwood grain ring, this dude is the only way to get it. But of course, he won't give it to you. and we have no reason to get it, so we will not be killing him. Greetings.
After all battle, I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade. Let's teach you the clan basics now. This is no time to chat in the midst of fighting, except there is little in the form of rules. You hear? Fight and harmony is here. Whoever's fastest gets to play. That's the way. Only, don't forget what alvina said. Traitors aren't given a second chance for any reason. That's about it. Don't worry. It's a good old time, isn't it? Great to have you with us. Good hunting to you.
I thought we were to protect the grave, not hunt people for sport.
Ah, did you notice that one with sharp eyes? He is one of the clan from the east, like I said. Always slinking in the shadows. But he's a tough one. You'll see what I mean.
Will we?
Don't worry now. You'll be called in soon enough. Hunters with patience score the best.
I think you have a bit of a different mindset than Alvina. Let's continue. Where's all the magic covenants at? Darkroot isn't for us. Although, we wish it were. Maybe we don't belong in Loidron. We do come from the land between, after all. Did a Mass Effect just appear? That's kind of weird. Ooh, little mushrooms. Harmless. There's no reason to do harm under them. Oh, yeah, these guys. The infamous gift moment. With somebody just doing a well, what is it, gesture in front of these and getting one-shotted. Because these guys are legit tough. Thanks to our scythe, though. It's us who has the power. Gold pine resin. Come hither then, mushroom. What 5 grants in strength? You do not have the intelligence. If lacks in intelligence, I does have strength. Ulysses library catalyst. Formed by enchanted white bark branches. From Ulysses. The white bark boosts sorcery adjustment, but the sorceries of this lost land are gentle and not affected by intelligence. It's pretty set in stone 180. In fact, it's better than Valka's talisman. I literally just brought that not long ago. But the magic adjustment, though. What is Ulysses about? The mushrooms are having the time of their lives. Frolicking in the gardens. Don't we all wish we could go back to those times? Maybe not. This must be the grave. And this golden golem stands in our path. So Fenris actually moved this thing from outside the boss arena to out here, but personally, I don't understand how people kept missing this thing in there. The problem with it being here is that this is kind of a requirement for the DLC, and if this thing jumps off the cliff, well, there goes Dusk. He's trying to let that happen, though. Greetings.
So, it is thou who rescued me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulysses. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long, so, before I disappear, Allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulysses, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Perhaps. Are these things you can manifest and not shoot?
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. Thou art in need. Pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Yes, but the magic. Oh my gosh, he disappeared. I wasn't done. Where's the magic he promised?
I am Dusk of Ulysses.
We
It
were
is an
just
honor
talking.
to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes.
Time is convoluted, she doesn't remember anything. Yeah, I suppose you can manifest and even repair or buy everything. Cast light one is especially important.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
When did I rescue you? When did this happen? Oh, wait a second, maybe she's talking about the crystal. I was thinking about the actual DLC.
sorceries of Ulysses differ from the magic of thy age. It is difficult to explain. Ulysses' sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Does thou not find some fascination in this discrepancy? The sorcery.
Alright.
If thou art in
Yep. So Ulysses' spells can be summed up pretty easily. It's basically, I can do a thing. I can cast light. I can repair my weapon. I can make my body invisible. Like, it just does an effect. It's pretty experimental. It's light spells. This light-producing sorcery is elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements and mysticism of Ulysses. Vinheim doesn't care about it. Transform into something inconspicuous. A separate stealth spell from Hidden Body. A skilled stealth sorcerer must be aware because her first surroundings and of which objects are prime candidates for imitation. This sorcery was part of everyday life in Ulysses. You didn't need blacksmiths back in the day. Its effects resemble repair powder, which must have found its way into the culture of this lost land. Although perfect invisibility is unachievable due to the risk of dissipation, the caster need only stand still for a moment to blend into environs with astounding camouflage. Not a simple augmentation, making it depend on the skill of its caster. An example of the capacity of Ulysses' sorcery is to control light. But pretty much all of Ulysses' spells are just making an effect, or doing a thing. Open, says I. I think we've dawdled long enough. This is the moment we've really been waiting for. The moon shines elegantly this night. We're blessed, it appears. First things first, though. Rest in peace, Kieran. One of the special rains granted to the Four Knights of Gwen. Hornet Rain belonged to the Lord's Blade Kieran. By boosting critical attacks, its sword can annihilate foes, as Kieran's dagger laid waste to Lord Gwen's enemies. So there is a special cutscene here if you do the DLC first. We're not going to do that until New Game Plus, but for this playthrough, we're going to get the normal one. It's also referred to as like the saddest, one of the saddest moments in Dark Souls. Howling at the sky. Ooh, you're strong, Seth. I'm sorry, but we have to put you out of your misery. She's not really miserable. Making our character the real villain of the story yet again. Wah. I don't have any magic, Seth. Oscar. Looks like both of us are teaming up. Night buddies. Oh. I'm sorry. Not a worthy victory. You showed up.
Things appear to have settled. I was right to partner with you. Thank you. We don't need to band together anymore. I will be fine. You ought to focus on yourself. May we each fulfill our respective purposes.
Okay. So a great grey wolf Seth. He guards the grave of Artorias, his owner, who inherited the divine night sword and the covenant. Symbolizes Knight Artorias' covenant with the beasts of the abyss. Swearer like Artorias himself can traverse the abyss. Terrific. Let's head all the way back to Firelink Shrine, but first we gotta make one little stop.